Mr. President, how come our health care is outrageous? How's that first? Because people out here can't afford health care that much. And health insurance don't pay that much. And when it does pay, you'd be glad that it do pay. We pay all this money into health care. Why do we pay so much for health insurance? And health insurance don't pay diddly squat. That is my answer. There's a lot of people out there that pays for health care, and they have to go through a whole darn process of paying off the deductible. And deductible, they make it so high for a person can't pay that deductible. Not, oh, well, they pay it, but it takes them a while to pay it. Why is deductible so high? All this money that we pay for health insurance, we should be able to pay only $100 for our deductible. But now it's all the way up to $500. How come is that? You know, we pay our dues on insurance, but the insurance don't want to pay out. What is that? Another thing is the government ain't doing nothing about that. You know why? They don't want. You know why the government ain't doing nothing about a cap on health care? Is all because the government's getting paid from the health care for all the money that they bring in. And they look over it. Why look over it? Instead of looking over it, you guys ought to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? But another thing is, how come there's a bunch of homeless people out there? I know some of those homeless people are just out there because they don't want to work. But there's a lot of homeless people out there that want some work and they can't find jobs. And why is that? And Mr. President, how come the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer? Think about it. You know, there used to be such thing as a middle class. There ain't no middle class anymore. You might say they are, but you either have money or you don't have money. Now, Mr. President, what are you going to do about it? What is any president is going to do about it? You know what? They ain't going to do nothing about that health care. They ain't going to put a cap on that stuff. People got to have health care. And plus, without health care, us Americans don't have the money to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Without that health insurance, there ain't no way us Americans can afford it. So why don't you put a cap on that health care stuff? And let's quit thinking about other countries and think about our country first. You know, there's a lot of things that needs to be done in this country. I'm not going to go through all of them, but there's a lot of things that needs to be done in this country. You know, there's going to have to be a cap on how many people comes in per year from other countries to stay here. That's one reason Americans don't have jobs today, because you're allowing a lot of foreigners come into the United States and take our jobs. And the people in the government, they say, oh, the economy's good. The economy's good. Yeah, the economy's good. Guess who's taking it? All the foreigners. All the foreigners are taking it. You know why all the foreigners are taking it? Because the foreigners, they get paid. The companies like to pay wages for their help. That's one reason why you guys are letting a lot of foreigners in. And we got to put a cap on some of these I like foreigners. Don't get me wrong, I like foreigners. But why do you let foreigners come in and take our jobs, live here, and still yet regular Americans don't have jobs? I see more and more Americans out there on the streets, want to work, but they can't find jobs. And when I go into these businesses and stuff like that, I see a lot of foreigners. And do I have to say more? You say America's economy is growing. American economy is getting better. Where at? I still see Americans living out in the streets, trying to make a buck, trying to make money to live on, just by in the streets and begging for it. Now, don't get me wrong. I tried to, give money and stuff like that, but sometimes I wonder what to do with that money after they get it. And plus that, they might be out there just only for getting money for getting drunk and stuff like that. But I try to help out the homeless every now and then. Try to give them $1 here, $2 there, maybe $5. But that ain't gonna help out too much. You know what I'm saying? But we need a good cap on these homeless people. We need to start thinking about the United States instead of other countries. Yes, we can help other countries, but we need to put heads up on the United States. Heads up for the United States. You know, that's one reason I call my YouTube website Rick Lookout. So yeah, I'm always looking out for everybody else. You know, trying to tell people, but people get mad at me sometimes because I say things. I don't mean for them to get mad at me. You know, all I do is say, they're talking about the president talking about the economy getting good and stuff like that. Where at? That's what I'm trying to say to these people that talks to me like that. I says, where is it getting good at? Jobs? Is our borders getting better? Think about it. Is our country being safe right now? Is our country safe enough we can say that there ain't no terrorists in the United States? Is our country safe enough to think, hey, we can relax now, our country's safe? Who's guarding our borders? You know, we got the National Guards, you know, out there in the waters there, but they only can do so much. And I know the Navy and stuff like that's on, I mean, movers and stuff like that too, but sometimes they don't get the people that, and sometimes they don't get people. Our protection should be right here on land, on the border of the sea, all the way around us. That's where our protection should be. And don't let every Tom, Dick, and Harry come into the United States. If we have a better lookout on the foreigners that comes in the United States will be almost safe enough from terrorists. But I know, Mr. President, you're trying your best on things. But think about the people of the United States. Are they living good? Are we worrying about people going hungry? Think about it, Mr. President. If you worry about people getting shot, getting killed all the time, think about it. There's people on the news all the time getting shot. Either shot or killed or do something, you know. And these are innocent people that are getting shot and killed for money. And I know it's always going to be like that. But, Mr. President, things are going to have to change. You know, us Americans, we don't know what to do. It's getting bad, Mr. President. Getting bad. You know, every time I turn on the news, a kid gets a gun and he's shooting the schools up. You know, but that's the thing on the parents. The parents should keep those things locked up. But we got crime all over the United States. We don't need no foreigner from somewhere else trying to kill us. You know, we got enough problems as it is on that. But there's other things in the government that the government can do for the people that don't work or wants to work and can't work. All because these companies out here can't or don't want to hire them because they got these foreigners that can work for cheap. Think about it. We need to think about the people in the United States first. The Americans. Think about it. Look out for the Americans. Think about it. I know this is politics stuff that I'm talking about, but the stuff that the people needs. Good health care, good protection in the United States, jobs. People needs food, Mr. President. But they can't get food without a job. Food costs money, Mr. President. So, therefore, I'm not going to go through all the details. But, Mr. President, think about it. Look out for the United States. Not everybody across seas. They ain't going to help us. Not on jobs and stuff like that. All they're going to do is, you know, take our jobs. But if we put a cap on this, foreigners coming in the United States all the time and living, you know, say like about 1,000. Cut it down to 1,000 a year. Think about it. You know, 1,000 a year. That'd cut down you know, foreigners coming into the United States that much. You know, living here, taking our jobs. So I know they have to work too, same as well. But we need to put a cap on people that comes into the United States per year. You know, I know this is a free country and stuff, but even free countries gotta put a cap on things. And that's one of them. You know, put a cap on it, like about 1,000 foreigners can come in a year to live here. But if the foreigners come and visit, and that's okay. Why not? You know, it's okay for them to come and visit and, you know, have fun, you know, and stuff, you know, at, you know, wherever they want to. But there needs to be a cap on this. It really does, Mr. President. But I just want to let you know, Mr. President, everything that I said needs to be cap on things. You know. But think about it, Mr. President. I know there's a lot of people out here that thinks about that kind of stuff. See, we got other generations coming up, kids that's coming up and starting to work too. What about them? We got to think about them. Like I retire and somebody else gets it, like a foreigner, or the people in the United States ain't getting that. The foreigners are getting that. I know they have to work too, the same as well as we do. But all I'm asking is to put a cap on how many foreigners can come into the United States per year. That's all I'm saying. Just put a cap on it. And put a cap on health care. Health insurance, it goes up every year, like clockwork. Oh, we ain't getting enough money. So we pay more money for health care. It just goes up and up. Then if they don't see that they're making money, they raise up the like right now I have to pay a 500. It's deductibles. Deductibles raise up higher. You got to pay the deductibles before the insurance can kick in. Sometimes sometimes Americans can't afford that sometimes. I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about other people that I know that is on health care and ain't getting hardly nothing taken care of. And we don't have no foot to stand on. Yes, we get mad. We get angry. But there ain't nothing we can do about it. Just think about that, Mr. President. That's all I'm worried about is the people of the United States. We need to think about it. We need to look out for each other. We've been looking out for other countries for years. It's time for us to look for us. Look out for us, Mr. President. Yes, we can still help them out, yes. But we got to think about protecting our borders. Our borders ain't really what you call, say, safe. Anybody can come in on boats and stuff like that. Of course, we catch them, yes. But there's some of them that sneaks in, we don't catch them. Think about that, Mr. President. But, like I said, our borders need to be very well protected. On land and on sea. Even on air. That's one reason we got air forces. That's one reason we got armies. That's one reason we got navies and marines. So think about it, Mr. President. Look out for it, Mr. President. Look for our own people, Mr. President. Protect our own people, Mr. President. Make sure our people are having good insurance, Mr. President. Make sure that we have good jobs, Mr. President. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. That's what the people are asking. Okay? I guess I chewed off enough of you guys' ears, Mr. President, and all that's listening. Sorry about this, YouTube. I just had to put that out there. No doubt about that. I'm just looking out for all of us when I say this stuff. You know, some of us needs to put a cap on this health insurance stuff. That's all I'm saying. I know we need it. I know we need it bad. So, I'm just saying, look out, everyone, and be safe. And make sure everything's up and up. And think about what I said. And you be on your way. We Americans be on our way to better health, better jobs, and our country be more safer. Think about it. Look out. Because it's time for us to look out for each other. Think about it. Think about the health insurance. Think about the homeless people that don't have jobs. Think about the people that wants to work and can't find work. Think about those who are in the hospital. Think about those people that needs the help that's in the hospital and they don't have no money to pay for the visit at the hospital. I don't know what to say, but I work at a hospital. So I see people that comes in all the time saying that they can't afford, the emergency room visit and stuff like that. And that's bad. That's bad, But I can't say who the people are or anything like that. But I can say people are out there. And guess who's paying their darn bills? We, the people of the United States. Our money's going to them to pay for their health care. Think about it. It needs to be a better health insurance that everybody can afford. Not $1,000 a month for insurance. Not $5,000 for insurance. Not, not no high wages for insurance, no high bills for insurance. How can people afford that? Oh, you gotta have insurance. It's a must. You got to have insurance. It's the law. But the law or the United States ain't helping out a bit. They want us to have insurance, right? Right. But guess what? The insurance goes up. Not down, up. before you know it, there ain't going to be no such thing as health insurance. There ain't going to be no such thing as Medicare. Think about it. Look out. Because it might it's going to happen. Probably not in our time and age, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen to our kids. It's going to happen to our grandkids. It's going to happen to everybody. Probably not us, not this future, not in my time. But it's going to happen. Because people are greedy. The more they get greedy, more us poor people get suffers a lot. I mean, people that needs the care and people that needs the jobs can't get jobs because the foreigners take it. You know, I don't have nothing against foreigners whatsoever. But all I'm asking is the president, well, all I'm asking from the president is 3 or 4 things. Better health care, better jobs, protection of the United States. Don't worry about the people overseas. Yes, we can help them out and stuff like that, but we need to help out ourselves first. We can't help out overseas if we can't help out ourselves. We'll billions and trillions of dollars in debt with other countries. And guess what? We're getting deeper in debt. And we don't have no reason for that. So, all I'm saying is think about the United States before you think about other countries. That's all I'm saying. You all have a good day. God bless. I'm sorry I nagged your ears off. But I want you guys to think about what I said. Even Mr. President. Talk at you later. I love you all. Bye.